Hey, I'm Courtney Waterman, your tutor. Lover of anime, manga, and math. And you just tuned into another session of Tutor Me Sempai. Welcome back, everyone. Today we're jumping into an 11th grade topic, sum to product identities. Now, if you're new to my channel, I'll be putting timecodes in for this video in the description box below, so use that to skip ahead to whatever part of the video you think is most interesting. As always, if you have any questions about what we see today or even on homework, you can always put in the comment box below or visit my Facebook page at Tutor Me Sempai and tell me all about it there. At the end of the video, I've been linking my 11th grade playlist in which I cover a lot more topics, so if you're interested in that, make sure you stay tuned. This video is going to have 4 parts, so leave a like, smash subscribe, and let's get started. So in today's video, we're going to be covering our sum to product identities. In fact, I'm going to show you how you can transform all 4 of your product to sum identities into your sum to product identities. Now, if you hadn't seen my previous video on product to sum identities, no worries. You can check it out right up here. In that video, I show you a very easy way to derive all 4 of your product to sum identities. However, for this video, I will give them to you because that is our new starting point. But if you do not know how you can derive all of these that I'm going to show you, check out that video. So let's jump into our first identity for today. So what I'm about to show you is going to be true for all of the identities you'll see today. In fact, it's going to be so easy that once you know how to do one, you should be able to do the others. So the identity we see here is going to be sine of A times cosine of B equals 1/2 times the sine of A plus B plus sine of A minus B. So the first thing is we want to get these sums by itself, and we're going to swap sides. So let's do that all in one step, just to kind of conserve some space here. So the first thing we have to do is multiply both sides by 2, and we're going to start with this on the left. So we're going to rewrite this as follows. Now, technically, you could stop here, but I recommend not. Let's continue this because we want our sum to product identities to look very similar to how we did our product to sum identities. You see here, we said sine of a very simple angle, cosine of a very simple angle. Here we have a very complicated angle for both sides here. So we want to make this simple. Can we just have one angle in both of these? Well, the answer is yes. And in order to do that, we're going to have to substitute our A's and B's to be something a little different. So let's let A equal X plus Y over 2. And let's let B equal X minus Y over 2. Now you may be wondering, why did we choose this? Well, the reason why we chose this is it doesn't matter if you do A plus B or A minus B, you're always going to get rid of the other variable. We want just one variable in here, one simple angle, and this is going to be how we're going to do it. Now we're going to plug in what our A and B equals into all of this. And when we do that, we're going to get the following. Now, you can do some simple math first to kind of figure out what your A plus B and A minus B is going to be. And if you did that, you'll see that A plus B is going to be X plus Y over 2 plus X minus Y over 2, while your A minus B is going to be X plus Y over 2 minus X minus Y over 2. And your pluses mean that you're just going to add these 2 X's, but your Y's will cancel out. So you're left with a 2X over 2. And of course, your 2's cancel out. So you're just left with X, where your minus means you're going to have to change your sign here. And your X's cancel out, and you're going to have a 2Y over 2 equals just Y. Once again, this is why we chose our A and B to be this. It doesn't matter if you do A plus B or A minus B, you're going to cancel out the other variable. So now that we have A, B, A plus B, and A minus B, let's plug all of that into what we have up here and see what we get. So I've rewritten our 4 things down here, but when we plug it into this up here, we get the following. Sine of X plus sine of Y equals 2 times sine of X plus Y over 2 times cosine of X minus Y over 2. This is going to be our first identity. Notice we have our sum to product identity, and this is a simple angle, X and Y. There is no sum in here. You're not adding angles, you're not subtracting angles, you just have the simple angle here. Now we're going to do the same exact steps for the other 3 identities. And I'm going to keep this down here so we can just plug and chug as we need them. So let's jump into our second identity for today. So this is going to be our second identity for today, in which we're starting with the identity cosine A times sine B equals 1/2 times sine of A plus B minus sine of A minus B. Now technically, since we already have our A, B, A plus B, and A minus B, we can plug everything in, but we're going to follow the same exact steps. So I show you that it's the same exact thing for all four of these identities. So let's swap sides and get this by itself by multiplying both sides by 2. Now once again, plug in all of these values into your equation and let's see what we get. So we're going to have the following. Sine of A plus B is going to be sine of X minus our sine of A minus B, which is sine of Y, equals 2 cosine X plus Y over 2 sine X minus Y over 2. And this is going to be our second identity, in which we went from our product to sum identity into our sum to product identity. Here is a sum or a difference, relatively the same thing, and this is our product. Once again, notice simple angles here. There is no sum or difference within your angle. A simple X and a simple Y. So for our third identity, we're going to start with cosine of A times cosine of B equals 1/2 times cosine of A minus B plus our cosine of A plus B. And we're going to plug everything in like we've been doing, but first let's get this side by itself by multiplying both sides by 2 and switching sides. Now that we have this equation, let's plug in all of our values. We have cosine of Y plus cosine of X equals 2 cosine of X plus Y over 2 times cosine of X minus Y over 2. This is going to be our third identity, going from our product to sum into our sum to product. And once again, notice simple angles here. Simple angles here. So this is going to be our fourth and final identity for today, in which we have sine of A times sine of B equals 1/2 times cosine of A minus B minus a cosine of A plus B. And by this time, you know what we're going to do, so let's jump straight into our math. Now once we have this, let's plug in all of our values and see what we get. Now you could stop here and this would be perfectly fine. You have cosine of Y minus cosine of X equals 2 times sine of X plus Y over 2 times sine of X minus Y over 2. However, if you wanted to make sure that your X's are first and your Y's come second, let's say instead of having a cosine Y here as the first part of your sum or difference identity, we can actually factor out a -1 like this, and by doing so we would have a negative cosine of Y plus cosine of X equals our same thing, 2 sine X plus Y over 2 sine of X minus Y over 2. And by multiplying both sides by -1, now you can technically rewrite this as cosine of X plus, or sorry, actually minus in this case, sorry, minus cosine of Y. So you have your cosine X first, having that X first, if that's important to you, you can do that, equals a -2 now, sine X plus Y over 2 sine X minus Y over 2. So either one of these two would work. It depends on you. Do you want your cosine Y to be up front or your cosine of X to be up front? So I hope you were able to follow along with today's video, and I hope you now see how easy it is to derive all four of your sum to product identities. However, if you have any questions about what you saw today, or even your own homework, remember you can put it in the comment box below, or visit my Facebook page at Tutor Me Sempai and tell me about it there. If you hadn't done so already, remember to leave that like. It surely helps the channel by letting YouTube know that you found the video helpful. And if you found the video helpful, so can someone else. So leave a like, hit the notification bell, smash the subscribe button, and share this video with a friend. Well, that's all the time I have for today. I'm really hoping this helped with your homework. I'm looking forward to seeing you again next week. I'm Courtney, this is your playlist, and this has been another session of Tutor Me Sempai.